welcome back to Destiny's Yarn Garden. How are you? My name is Destiny, and today I wanted to make some charger covers. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I found them really cute. They look like vines, they have flowers and leaves, and since I'm Destiny's Yarn Garden, this is perfect. So, starting off, I wanted to show you guys the chargers that I have. They are quite long, so this might take a while, but I have two of them. And last video, I contemplated on whether I wanted to do a more moody vibe or a spring vibe. So I decided I'm just going to do both. Since I have two chargers, why not? So for the vines, we are going to use this deep green. This is a really lovely green color for vine, in my opinion, and this is the Caron Simply Soft. As you guys know, if you guys have stuck around for a little bit, I absolutely love the Caron Simply Soft yarns. I don't know why, I just do. I think they're great, I like that they're soft, and I have tons of it. I'm also going to be using this, I don't know if you guys can hear, but Tofu's scratching at the door. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. If you guys don't know, my cat's name is Tofu, and she really likes to be close to me at all times. She scratches at the door almost every time I make a video, and I'm not sure why she leaves the room right when I'm about to make a video, but I'm glad that she's in here so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And now back to what we were doing. I am using this Loops and Threads yarn. This is in the color Slate, and I think it's a really cool moody-ish color that we can use for our flowers, but I also wanted to use this kind of purpley color for my flowers. I think the middle I'm going to make white for these ones. I think it's going to look really cool and kind of moody and deep, so that'll be good. Moving on to our more springy vibe kind of flowers. So I have a couple of different pinks that I think I'm going to use because I want this one to be more pinky and very springy. I didn't want to use blue, I wanted to use pink. Pink is my favorite color, so we will be using different variations of pink that kind of look the same, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to start off with this cotton yarn. I bought this so long ago and I can't remember where I got it. They were having a sale, I remember, and these were like $1 each, so I bought just a ton of them, but now I can't get rid of them, so we're going to use it. I still have way more of this, so no worries. We're not going to run out of them anytime soon. I'm also going to be using this big yarn mess. It's a really bright pink. I think it'll be fun to be putting on there. I think that it'll look cool, plus there's white in it that we can also use. I'm also going to use this weird scratchy yarn that I got from Shein. I honestly can't remember what it exactly was. It was 69 cents and I just bought it. I'm pretty sure it was 69 cents. A couple of them were. So we're going to use this weird scratchy yarn. I don't think it can be really used for anything else. It's just so scratchy and it wouldn't be good for like anything else, even though it oddly looks very fluffy. I am also going to be using this Fairyland yarn I got. It is really nice yarn, very soft. I just didn't buy enough of it. I really thought I bought more from Shein, but as you guys know, if you watched my last video, I ordered a ton of yarn from Shein and I still don't have it. So I think I'm gonna have to call them, because it's been like, I think we're going on like 3 weeks now, and I still don't have it, so I think I'm gonna have to like call them and cancel the order, get my money back, and buy from a better yarn store. So probably no more of the Fairyland yarn. I have been so excited to use this and for like so long, and I finally bought it. It is really nice. It's smaller than I expected, but it is really nice. Lastly, we're going to be using a Caron Simply Soft yarn. This color is Plum Wine. I think it'll look really good with all these other colors. I tend to really go for kind of the darker, more dusty pinks than like really bright pinks. The only reason I actually get bright colors is because my daughter loves the bright colors. So she constantly wants me to make stuff out of her really bright colors, and then I make it for her. I have leftovers, and then I don't know what to do with them because I don't like that color. I like more neutrals and, you know, like dusty pink, blacks, grays. Those are definitely my favorite colors, but I do make stuff sometimes out of bright colors, and this project is perfect for any like scrap yarn or like leftover yarn from projects that you no longer need and are just kind of trying to get rid of slowly but surely. So with all that said, I think we're about to get started on our vine. So as I was going through my hooks, I realized I forgot my 4.5mm hook. I don't completely like this hook. I'll show it to you guys after I go get it, but I don't completely like this hook. Sometimes it hurts my hands, but I really like 4.5mm hooks. They are my favorite hooks, and I want to ask you guys to let me know down in the comments, if you do crochet, what is your favorite size of hook? Okay, so I got my hook. This is my 4.5mm hook. It is okay. It's just not very comfortable. It's more aesthetically pleasing than anything, but this is the hook that I'm going to be using today. I think it'll work really well, not only for my yarn, but also for the cord. To start off on this tutorial, she said to make a bunch of single crochets and to make sure it's over this kind of like little bump thing on the chargers. So the thing I'm referring to is like this part of the charger is like a little bump there. So I'm trying to get it over that, and it's actually harder than it looks, to be honest. And she said it had to be pretty tight so it doesn't fall off. And I'm pretty sure I just undid all of the work I just did. It's harder than you think. Okay, so I finally got over that bump. I don't know why that like took me so long, but I think it's looking pretty cool so far. Didn't get very far, obviously, but you know, we're getting somewhere. Now we'll be cooking with speed because I finally got over that weird bump thing. I don't understand why that took me so long, I'll be honest. But moving on, and I will be back after I am done with my vines. Then we can move on to the flowers and my color choices. I am really excited. We also need lots of leaves, so I feel like I'm just gonna be making leaves for like ever for this, but that's okay because it's gonna be worth it at the end. I'm probably gonna do both cords with the green, and then we'll just move on to the flowers for both. So I know spooky season is kind of over. I mean, it's not Halloween anymore. It's kind of dipping into Thanksgiving. But I really like watching horror movies, and I've been watching all of the Screams with my husband at night after the kids go to bed. And I think that they're really good. I just watched the most recent one. I can't remember what number that one was, but it was actually really good for, you know, something that's been kind of like going on for a long time. Usually shows that continuously go on and they make a 2 and then 3 and then they're all the way up to 5, like the Saw movies were actually like not my favorite, but the Scream movies are actually really good. I like the first one. I think it's just because Drew Barrymore is in it, and I really like Drew Barrymore. She's like one of my favorite actresses. She is super fun, and I think my favorite movie with her in it actually is 50 First Dates. Anyway, I've also been watching a lot of American Horror Story. I'm watching Delicate, and I just started on it. I know I'm so late to the party, but it is really good, and I am almost done with the first season. I just don't get to watch as much of the stuff that I want to watch because I am a mom, where we usually watch more Bluey and Curious George and stuff like that, or I'm studying, you know, so I don't get a ton of time to watch TV. even though I am a stay-at-home mom, but when I do, I really enjoy it, and I've just been staying up way too late with that. I've been staying up until like 11 every day, and it's kind of getting out of hand. I've been getting so tired, it's really exhausting.
I can't do nothing with you. I can't do nothing with you.
So while I keep crocheting this crazy long vine, I mean, we're not even like really that far into it in comparison to what we need. So I think I'm gonna watch Secret Window. I really like Johnny Depp in that one. I think he did a phenomenal job. I actually did a whole thing on him when I was in my film appreciation class, and I find him very interesting. So I did like a video on like peering into Secret Window, and it was actually really interesting to see to understand what all like the background meant and like the colors in each scene meant. So I actually really liked film appreciation. It was a really good class. Did I feel it was super necessary for an engineering degree? Probably not. But nonetheless, I still enjoyed it. I took that in humanities during summer. I will never take another summer class because the way that my school works is that so I take my classes and they're only 8 weeks long because they're online. Obviously, I can't go physically because I have kids and I'm a stay-at-home mom for a reason. I still have very young ones who belong in daycare, but daycare is just getting too expensive. And summer classes are 6 weeks long, so they're condensing from a 16-week class to an 8-week class already, and then they're condensing it down to 6 weeks, and it was literally like the most miserable time I had. If I were to do it again, I would take one class but not two, and at the time I was working as well, so it was like really difficult. Anyway, now I'm gonna watch Secret Window.
I can't do nothing with you.
Sorry, my camera just died, so we are getting close-ish. I mean, kind of. I don't know, I'm pretty impressed with how much I've gotten done in like, I don't know, how long have I been watching this? 20 minutes? So, not too bad. We'll get there. I am getting hungry though, so might go get a snack. I don't know, what am I feeling? I might go get some egg and rice. That sounds really good today. Well, make it. Not go get it. Make it. I live kind of in the middle of nowhere, so like going and getting food is just like not a thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue, and then hopefully our vine will be done in like, I don't know, 15 minutes. I'm hoping that I can get them done. At least one vine. 35 minutes should be good enough, I think. in total. I think that little bump situation was like the worst part of this. I don't know why it was so difficult, but we're making it through. We're getting through. And it's gonna be great. My cutie pie. Guys, we are halfway through. Woo! Look at that. Dang. This is taking quite a bit longer than I actually thought it would, but I think it's just because my cord is so dang long. But I think it's actually looking really good. I hope this comes out well. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't, honestly. Because I don't want to really buy new charger cords because I messed up my crocheted charger cord. And I also don't want to cut it off, you know? I guess I wouldn't have to buy new ones, just cut it off. But then what a waste of yarn. And yarn these days is like super duper expensive. So this is actually a more expensive hobby than I expected it to be. I really thought this was going to be a cheaper hobby when I started, but the fact that I just find all these pretty yarns and then I need them, hence why we're doing this. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my yarn, which is why I started doing this. I need to stop buying so much and then just like not using it, and I'm really trying to get through this green so that I can get rid of some of it, and then I have to buy new yarn and I can buy new pretty yarn and then start the process all over again. It's a good time. But we are about 25 minutes into this, so hopefully I can get this done in the next 10 minutes so I can go eat, because that's my goal for myself, is if I can finish this. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna go eat, but I really want to finish this before I go eat. I think the longest part is like scooching all the stitches down to make it really tight and more vine-like, you know? So I have to like stop every couple crochets, stitches, whatever. So I think that's the part that's taking the longest of this whole entire process. But I am enjoying making this. I think it's looking really cool. I think it's looking really nice, and it's definitely looking very vine-like. But I just don't know if I'm gonna have time today to make both of these. Might not have time. Might have to make a part 2 for that. I'm hoping not, but might have to make a part 2 for the other one. I'm definitely going to start with my Moody Vine because I am into the darker colors, because it's fall. Why not? It's not summer. We do summer things in the summer. We do fall things in the fall. It's official. We are done with our vines. So now we just need to sew in the ends and start on our leaves, and then we'll move on to flowers. So I'm gonna start on my leaves now. I am about 36 minutes into my movie, and also I am going to eat before I do my leaves because I am starving. So I'm gonna go eat, I'll come back, we'll do leaves. So now we're gonna start on our leaves. I have eaten and I am ready to crochet again. So I am going to make a bunch of leaves. I made one preemptively just so I know how to do it, and it turned out pretty cute. So I'm gonna start making a bunch of these for my extremely long cord. I don't know how many I'll need, but I'm just gonna make them until I feel like I don't want to make any more, I guess. So I've officially made 10 of these. So now we're gonna move on to the flowers. I'm really excited. I didn't make one of those yet, so we are both gonna be seeing this for the first time. I'm gonna start with our super sparkly, very dramatic, moody yarn.
I can't do nothing with ya.
Alright, all of my flowers are done and all of my leaves are ready. So now we can just start connecting to our vine. So I'm gonna get started on that and then we'll come back when it's completely finished. Okay guys, so here it is. It is beautiful. I wanted something simple yet a little bit moody, so I didn't do too many flowers because I really didn't want that many. But I actually think this came out really well. It was a really easy project and so much fun to make. Okay, so I really love my new charger cover. I have been saying that I want to crochet for me, and this is one of the things that like fulfills it. I really enjoyed making this. If you guys want to see more of this, please subscribe, like, and comment down below. I enjoyed this so much and I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I will see you guys in the next one.